There was a week at church camp that I went to, and I believe it was my freshman year, and I really I was so on fire for God then. And before, I was raised in a Christian family, so I knew God and I knew Jesus and I loved Him, but I went there and just experienced something completely new. And at the camp, it was really eye-opening. They were just you can't just sit there, go out and do something, show your faith. And I knew about a club called Invisible Children from just school and whatnot, and I went to a concert, and I got information about it there, and that was just really on my heart that week. And so when I got home, I called Kelli, and I just was talking to her, and I just really wanted to get involved.
That's awesome. How about you, Kelli?
My story is like Sarah's. I grew up in a Christian home and everything, but I don't think I had found my passion yet. And I went to a church camp before my sophomore year in high school, and my sister and I saw a documentary for Invisible Children, and it kept saying, here's a situation that's going on in Uganda, and here's what you can do about it. And we just really felt like we needed to do something. We couldn't just hear that and then just go home. So the next school year, we started a club. We talked to administration and everything, and we started a club for Invisible Children that the money we raised in that went to a school in Uganda.
Okay.
And so went from there.
And tell me a little bit more about, Invisible Children. What exactly is it that you guys do in your club, and what exactly is this organization all about?
Well, Invisible Children is a nonprofit organization. Started in California when 3 guys went to Uganda and kind of saw the situation, what was going on, and they wanted to do something about it. So came back and made the organization, and what we do is a program called Schools for Schools within that, and pretty much just our school raises money for another school. And
so you raise funds and that go directly to help these children in Uganda.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so, you were telling me earlier that you've done some pretty interesting things to raise money. What are some of the events and things that you guys have done?
We've done a rave. We called it Rave to Save. We do Change for Change, which is where we set up little jars just at businesses, and people will put in their loose change. We've done benefit concerts.
That's so amazing. So then you guys also have a weekly meeting. Tell me more about that meeting.
We do a fundraiser, plan it, do it, raise the money, and then do another one. We try to back-to-back fundraisers. And what's cool about the organization is it's just be creative and be crazy and just do whatever. We had a rave to save people in Africa. I don't know. So it's just, be creative and do whatever you want. And I think that's why we have a lot of people in the club, because it's exciting, and it helps them have an avenue to do something as well.
That's so cool. And I want to ask you guys this too, because here you are, you're both beautiful young ladies. There's so many other things that you can get involved with. A lot of kids your age are, living for themselves. Why do you guys do this? Why is it that you guys are involved in this? There's so many other things you could be putting your time to. Why choose to be involved with Invisible Children? That would be for both of you guys.
I think that I do it because I really enjoy helping others. I like seeing the expression on other people's faces. When somebody helps me, I just am so happy and thankful about it, and I want to spread that too. I want to be able to help somebody else, and for that person to just be thank you so much. You've made a big difference in my life, and that's what drives me. I just love seeing the look on people's faces.
That's awesome. How about you, Kelli?
It's pretty much the same thing. I think that when you find what God has given you, the gifts God has given you, whether it be speaking in front of people, which I feel that's one of my gifts, and just taking that and using that to help other people. I could talk in front of people and have it benefit myself, but just knowing that you're using that to help others and to get other people involved with doing something, and I don't know, I just think that's cool. It's giving back to other people, but it's giving back to God too.
Yeah, that's so cool. So you guys are really living out your passion then. You're really, do you feel like you get more out of this than what you give?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And Kelli, you were telling me earlier about how just even being involved with this, how it's giving you so many interesting opportunities to be able to get out of your comfort zone and be able to speak and things like that.
Yeah, it's definitely I've learned just through doing running the club like speaking in front of people, I've definitely like improved on doing that, and organizing events, and like having to call like the manager of Walmart and ask him to donate, just doing things that I wouldn't have done before and wouldn't normally do, and I've just gotten more comfortable with it. So and it's definitely kind of like paved out my future, because I want to go into nonprofit like management or social justice kind of major. So it's just kind of like formed who I am now, which is, it's cool that something like Invisible Children could do that. But
and it's really neat how you guys came together too, because you were going to run the club, but then you didn't really want to do it by yourself, and then you came with her.
That's definitely a God thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that it worked out the way it did.
And we're like best friends
Perfect
now.
timing, yeah.
So amazing. Thank you guys so much for all that you do.